Who needs coaching and mentoring? Why do you actually need it? You want to be a great performer? You need a coach and mentor. At the moment, the world is moving a lot faster in sales, marketing, management strategies. Having a coach is not really nice to have. It is a necessity at the moment. A coach and mentor can help you in many, many ways. They can make you see the forest from the trees. They can focus on long-term, short-term strategies. They'll tell you also like it is. They'll give you pointers based on their experience. And one good thing is that they actually listen to you, and they could actually be your marketing director, sales director, training director, a partner, confidant, best friend, and more importantly, they'll actually make your dreams come true. Once in a while, you need help to achieve, you want to move forward, you need help. You'll always come up against hurdles and challenges whenever you have a business. To overcome them, you need the right advice. So you can take action, not tomorrow, not a year ago, a year from now, but today. Don't always go for the big names in coaching, mentoring. Go for the people that actually has got the experience. Where you are at the moment, they've been there, they've actually done that, and they've achieved things which you hopefully will also achieve. What you do, you need somebody who can explain the concepts to you, who can measure the KPIs, which is key performance indicators, which is very important, explain the percentages in business, is this percentage better than that percentage, and also ratios like debtors to creditors. Is 2 to 1 good ratio, 1 to 1, 3 to 1? They can explain all that, and that makes sense to you. And they can also make you focus on critical issues, and they will inspire you to actually take action. They actually will. You don't have to go alone. There's a lot of benefits in having a coach or a mentor. Building a business nowadays requires knowledge, skills, and guidance, definitely guidance. Your friends might say to you, oh, a mentor is just a therapist, you go to a psychiatrist. No, 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 no. Business is actually very, very hard work. 50 to 70% of companies fail within the first 2 years. And most of the others that don't fail actually has got no profit. They're struggling. We can help them. But what you need is, of course, some strategic planning. You need a business plan, you need the cash flow, you need costings of products and services, you need marketing, sales, and definitely one that's very, very important for most businesses at the moment is relationship building. There's something else you might not have heard of. There's diversification. I have done it many, many times for the companies over the 30 years, and it's changed a lot. I also go in and I change the employee's attitude. If I can just bring up an old business that I went into, 200 people in there, the business was actually going broke, and I was given about 3 months to come up with ideas. And I said to the owner, well, let's have a look at the people, let's talk to them. And so I talked to a few people there, and the attitude was way, way down. We're going to close, we're going to lose our jobs, etc., etc. So I picked out 4 people, the key people in the business there, that could change the attitude, and I put them on an MBO scheme, which you might never have heard of, which is management by objectives. And I told the owner, we're going to give him 25% more pay increase. And he went, you are absolutely mad. We're losing money, $300,000 a year, and you want to give him let's say $25,000 each. The attitude changed for the 4 people because they saw something was happening, and they actually went, oh, okay. They went down the line, changed the attitude of the staff, and the whole company changed after that. So Would you say that somebody like Steve Jobs on Apple's would have a mentor? No, you wouldn't, would you? Because he's a billionaire. Well, actually, he had a mentor, which was a sounding board. He came up with ideas, and he had a mentor. He said, what do you think of such and such? So just because you're very, very profitable, you still need somebody as a sounding board. There's plenty of reasons also that I can mention here why you should have a mentor and a coach. Well, strategic planning. One that tells you the truth. You might not want to know. One that can navigate you through all the ups and the downs. One that can step back and then look at the whole thing, the bigger picture, etc. 80% of executives, there's a survey about it, actually says that working with a coach is the only time that they reflect on themselves, because otherwise they just said, yeah, nobody argues with them or anything else. Friends and families, of course, will also try to help you, but not all of them are good listeners. And they go, well, what about this? No, I don't think it's going to work. So talk to somebody as a sounding board. You might get some good ideas there. Funny enough, I'll tell you a story about myself. My wife, actually, it's quite funny. My wife went overseas, and I invested in real estate. And while she was overseas, a building came up. It was a church in Gundagai. And I said, yeah, okay, let's buy that. She'd given me the authority to actually buy it, to do something there, but she didn't know I was going to buy a church. So I bought the church for $35,000. When she came back, I told her and I told my friends, and they said, my God, a church? Why would you buy a church? You can't make any money on a church. I said, well, I think I will. Later on, I subdivided the thing into 2 blocks. I sold one of the blocks, $38,000, meaning that I had a whole church now as a profit. So I sold the church quite a few years later for $72,000. And what happened was my wife, my friends came to me and said, I wish I'd done that because, yeah, you actually made $72,000 for nothing. When you hire a coach or mentor, you think that they're accountable for all the things there. Well, not really, because you are accountable to the shareholders, to all the staff, and the board. So you actually have to do all that. The coach, mentor will actually make sure that you increase your bottom line, your cash flow. Do you know 97% of all businesses look at the profit and loss and the debtors, and they say, well, that's great there. That is dangerous, because you have to look at the balance sheet, you have to look at your costings and everything else. So no, don't do that. There's a lot of things that you have to have a look at. What you must have, a coach or mentor, is somebody you understand, that they understand all the financials and can explain them to you. So once they explain them to you, you can actually put some strategies in place with the mentor to go forward. People have preconceived ideas about, or notes about, a coach and mentor. Well, what is it? Yeah, preconceived idea, they're too expensive. They don't know what they're doing. Friends tell me all the time, why get a coach, mentor? You know, nobody else, my friends don't get it, so why should you get it? So really, what's the difference between a coach and a mentor? There's a lot of confusion about coaching. Like a coach, let's take sport, he teaches the guys to actually play this and all that stuff. So a mentor virtually is slightly different, because they look at the overall development of a person and the knowledge transfer from the mentor to the person. So a mentor transfers all his skills and experience to a person, whereas a coach, actually you learn from a coach, but you learn with a mentor. key difference really on coaching and mentoring. Let's take coaching first. It lasts about 3 to 12 months. They're usually external, they get paid, they have action, and they want results. They're usually the same age or younger than the person they teach. They're not necessarily an expert in what they teach, but they have been trained to be a coach. What's a mentor? Well, it usually lasts about 3 to 12 months, about 1 to 2 years, but could be 20 years, or could be more. They could be external, they could also be internal. Sometimes they're benevolent, but also sometimes they get paid. And they're usually older, got more experience, and they're experts in the field that they talk about. And they have good coaching skills. So, to summarize what I've been talking about now, do you really need our service? Well, what you have to do is contact me. We can either do it face-to-face, we can do it on Skype, over phone. Just give me a call. There'll be no obligations for anything at all. We'll discuss your needs, what you need to get fixed, and I'll try to make sure that you see your situation in a different light and different perspective, and then once I explain that to you, it'll take the pressure off you.